about the color of the day. It is orange. Maybe a slightly different hue, maybe a bit of a different view as these two teams get set to square off, bathed in orange, in the Aflac Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Volunteers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Syracuse's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation and make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting we've got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Red pass, it's complete. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Short of Indiana's Curt Cignetti, perhaps no one had a more impressive debut in 2024 than Fran Brown at Syracuse, and they're set up well to continue their success.
Well, Fran Brown did a great job in the portal bringing in Kyle McCord at quarterback. He really helped ignite the offense. Now all of a sudden you've got to replace that missing piece. So I think a big part of the success this year, David, for Syracuse offense, can you score points and can you have a consistent signal call?
Yeah, because you're losing that quarterback first of all, and all the guys he was throwing to. So they won 10 games way ahead of schedule. Fran Brown promising now. Got to do it. Got to reload with some new cast of characters and a little more difficult schedule.
Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Looking to fire. On target. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just split it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these third downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Touchdown, Cuse. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical. The way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Tennessee's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Flushed out of the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Complete to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones. Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The offense changing the play.
Start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Brings up second down.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Flicks it out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Timeout.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Vols moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That's caught. It's Gibb. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Orange will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Aguilar. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sure hands, it's Willis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Finds the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Syracuse mere inches away from a third down conversion. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock it down inside the 10. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Staley. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Nice Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Vols look to keep this drive humming. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Lost one deep down the right side. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cook. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. Breaks the tackle. He's in open space downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive rate for the first down. Plays like that, a common sight for Syracuse fans a year ago as Kyle McCord led the nation in passing. The Orange won 10 games, won their highest profile bowl in a quarter of a century. Without McCord, what's the expectation now, David?
I mean, it was crazy, first of all, what Fran Brown did. Like, to take Syracuse and to make them believe, and then the high-flying offense, but now completely retooling, reloading, like all the pass catchers at the quarterback spot. So interested to watch this offense and how they put it together, because last year they found an absolute diamond in the rough.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Vols want to move quickly. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Willis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on that 2nd down.
Finds his tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
That's interference. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Tennessee.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Going for it all. Touchdown, Syracuse. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback. In these situations, you drop so many guys back deep. And as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining 1st half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25.
That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Hard running there. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Using his legs, it's Thomas.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches tonight.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. It's Aguilar. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown ball! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Surging forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Fires to the right. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
That quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Orange. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here is the Tennessee offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. On the ground, it's Thomas. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, a really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
To the air, it's Aguilar. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Cuse. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's a really good example of quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more to the that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the ball. quick get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Just keep slinging it. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The run from the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Grab behind the line. It's Ross Simmons. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
You you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Got it! Touchdown, Syracuse! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And how about that? Second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball, and they'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
Tennessee, 28.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got a man. It's Thomas.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
The Volunteers can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Quick completion on the out route. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Vols in the hurry-up.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And tackled there by the defense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. He wants to throw it again. He wants a big play here late. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Motion from the wideout. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Got it in the middle. It's Gill. Snowed under by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 20, he's got space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big.
it.